now I can use out of the profit to buy a car, right? Nobody saying you shouldn't buy and live that luxurious life, but which one comes first? Investment first, then after you've invested, you can take out of that to then start doing the pop culture.
Okay. So I think version in Dubai is it partnership with
GTH Dubai, so it's GText, but like I said, it's independent subsidiary because they are not selling our Nigerian products; they are selling Dubai luxury apartment. Yeah.
You spoke about venturing into agriculture, which will definitely boost employment. So how many do you intend employing, and in what sector of agriculture you intend investing?
Okay. Funny enough, our head of subsidiary is not here. He can give you the accurate numbers, but I believe strongly with what we're doing. In fact, the entire fencing project, right? Of you can imagine fencing 10,000 hectares this year. So we believe strongly that, of course, indirect you are looking at 5,000 or more, but directly that should be able to do between 1,000 and 2,000.
The livestock,
Oh,
agriculture.
we're doing almost everything because for us we wanted a fully integrated farm, right? Where part of what the team is doing is a structure where every month we are harvesting something. So from vegetable in the agri sector in the last I think 8 years now. For Alani Farms does more than 2 billion annually in transaction, but purely cash crops. So the only thing is that GTex, as the name GTex, is also now buying land and just for the sake of farming on it. So that's why we created the new subsidiary called GTex Farms, right, where we are planting both perennial crops, annual crops, and of course, like some of the investment we're doing in Obomosho, we have some land we want to acquire in Obomosho. Those are clearly cashew, cashew. Where in Oshun? Again, eh?
in the brand of the flower.
No, there's another one Oshun. Yeah. So we have Ijebubo, we have Osun State, and for more of cash crops. Yeah. But currently, one of our estates we are building an orphanage home, and in one of our estates, burial phase one, and a school also. However, in terms of criteria, basically we normally do some form of social media competition, like for the green and smart home, right? Show us a design, either one you've done before, or come up with a concept, right, and upload it on Instagram. So the persons with the highest engagement are usually how we pick our top 10, and then we can interview those top 10 and then pick the winners. But of course, even those who don't win the 5 million grant still stand a chance of getting contract from the company to be able to help us do the interior, do the horticulture, and we're also doing, of course, in agri sector. But this year, for the agri grant, it's going to be in the processing. We want scientists who are able to come up with, mechanical engineers with processing machines, right, for cassava, for maize, for beans, for because when you look at palm kernel, for example, or coconut, we have a lot of coconuts being able to grow in Ibejuleki. So one of the things we are hoping to do is to have a coconut oil refinery, right? Instead of going to China, to buy all those machines, if we can find young people in Nigeria who can design that, first of all, you get a 5 million naira grant. So if the problem is that, oh, I didn't have money to build the prototype, at least the 5 million naira will go a long way, right? And also, if you are not able to really build it, we buy it from you to set up our coconut refinery, right? So those are some of the concepts. Our goal this year, like I said, unlike last year, is that it's not just we give you money, you disappear like we did last year, and we can't, no tracking, no update, no monitoring. This time around, we're giving you money tied to a service you can do for us, right? So that way, you know, you are growing, you are learning, you are having our support, and we're also getting some value.
Do you have plans to partner with progressive state government like Lagos in building smart homes for
Progressive state government.
like Lagos?
Are you a PC member?
I work for the government.
Oh, okay. What newspaper?
News agency of Nigeria.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, no business can thrive without good government policies. So for us is we hope to hear from government. We're open. We're open. One of the areas I have some challenges with our government, whether you call them progressive or non-progressive, is how we're quick to go abroad and say we're looking for a company that can do XYZ. Meanwhile, there are real credible companies in Nigeria that you can get your guys to do research about and say, okay, these guys are doing this. Can they come for a talk? Right? Because you and I know the bureaucracy of we going to them. Right? Government generally. Right? You know the bureaucracy. I once had an experience where somebody says he's going to link me up with 5 governors, and then he said I should come to his office for a meeting, and then you now sit down for 2 hours. In that 2 hours, I've made sales, I've grown my business, right? I don't have that time. I don't really, right? So, and I encourage young entrepreneurs, don't have that time. There are 2 jobs: chasing government officials and really doing your business. So for us, we have a business to run, right? If government feels that you have something, okay, why not do green smart home for senior, civil servant? Why not? We will be more than glad. In fact, we would go and do Thanksgiving in church, right? Because ultimately, government owns the land. They have the documentation. It makes it a lot easy for us. However, for us, if we're also going to do partnership with any government, it has to be a partnership that can end within the lifetime of that particular governor or that president, because you also know what happens here. And like I said, we are a company, we're not politicians, we're a company, okay? And it's important that we are not used as pawns, all right? When one governor decides to give us C of O in partnership, and in exchange we use our money to build, we'll probably do a JV of 30-70 or whatever. At the end of the day, a new governor comes in, it may even be the same party, say no. Why would they do a JV of 30-70? Why? No, it's not even. You people, it's corruption, right? So, oh no, we've cancelled it. And then we have brought in private investors' money into this deal. Now we are pawns in your hands that you can. I know a story of a real estate developer that committed suicide because he had a massive partnership with a state government. I'm not going to mention the state. They have engaged contractors, they've mobilized them. A new government came, stopped the entire thing. Everybody's on his neck. He committed suicide in this country. Right? So this partnership with government, we are open. We want it, but we are in business, right? There are people who have invested with us, who trusted us, and our job is to deliver, not to be chasing politicians. But if they come and say, hey, we have studied you guys, we love what you're doing, we believe you have something tangible to do, we'll give you land, right? You bring your money, build the entire housing unit, give us some portion for the land we gave you, and you take the remaining portion of the housing. Why not? It's called joint venture. We love it. We love it. Have you, Mr. Santos?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any more questions? I think that wraps it up. I don't know if the person can go and say anything.
If you want to say anything?
Yes.
Mr. Santosh.
It's very important that we understand what we're bringing to the table here. GText Homes is bringing something else. this for now. We have a lot of companies, crazy companies that are doing this just to make money out of it, but we're not just doing it for now. We are trying to build something that will last for generations. And our green and smart prototypes in all cities in Nigeria will help to make this happen. What we're trying to do here is to produce estates, build houses that will help us to clean our environment, to make sure that we don't bring out all these harmful gases. You know, climate change is real. Nigerians are not immune to climate change. It is a real problem that the world is facing, right? The MD just mentioned Texas, right? They're in big trouble. Why? Because we're not checking these things that are going to the atmosphere. So GText Homes is working very hard to build this estates in places. So we have pockets of estate now in Ibadan, that's Oyo State, in Lagos, in Abuja, and then we're also diversifying to other states in the country. So our job, as we're taking it now, is to make sure that we build smart and green estates all over the country. Right. Thank you.
So final question, before we wrap this up. The new homes, are they going to be green homes or smart homes?
Green and smart. We're the first to combine both.
Yes.
So they are green. So when we say smart homes, with your phone you can put off the air condition, you can open your door. From your phone you can be watching all that is happening in your house. When you come, each room has a pad that you use to, to open the curtains, and at the same time it's green. So we're looking at green, and so in all our estate is renewable energy, that we're using, a combination of solar and gas, and those gas will also be, so we're looking at sustainable city. So from the waste generated within the estate, we're also able to use it to produce electricity.
Yes. So our model is to make sure that we follow sustainable development goals, right? That's been set by companies. So when we work towards that sustainable development goals, we can also get our certification. So working very hard also to get our ISO certification, which follows these protocols to ensure that we reduce it. So our model is not just to build a smart home alone, but to incorporate it with green environment, so that it's either we remove the harmful gases totally or we balance it, so that even if around us people are producing these green harmful gases, our environment, the trees, the technology we use will reduce, absorb it. So at the end of the day, we have zero emissions or zero harmful gases in the atmosphere. So we have these are smart homes we're living in, so that and land is not something that when you die it goes to you. Obviously it goes to your children and grandchildren. So as you expand, this becomes something that other governments, as you said earlier, will be interested in, and we are open to partnering with government if they follow on to us.
And just to add on to what you had said, all our estates, we don't just buy properties and locations, we have prime locations, meaning if you are buying from us, you are investing with us, you are sure of getting return within 3 to 5 years or 10 years max, getting 300 to 500% return of your investment. That's why if you look at all our estates, we don't just have estates everywhere. Look at key areas that when we come on board, in the next 5 to 10 years, what is the return? So for all investors, we don't just, we put that into place when acquiring properties. So that's a part of the watchword for investors that want to come on board with us. You are sure that you are going to get return within the set time that we're giving to you.
Thank you very much.
I want to say something, please.
Oh, please.
Thank you. You don't give me a chance to talk.
Oh, I already said Mr.
Okay,
Sanders.
thank you. GText Home is here to secure everybody's future here, both client and both youth, everybody. But by client, GText Home take responsibility for the land. You come and invest with the GText Home, you are free, you don't have any issues. And secondly, with youths, we are going to give this year chance of 10,000 youth our job opportunity in GText Homes, and plus contractors also, up to 10,000 contractors also. Because we are here to secure the future. Thank you very much.
So in addition to CSR, as I mentioned, as the corporate social responsibility, we know that as a company it's also an obligation and also like a law for us to obey. So we would urge everyone, when there is an opportunity, come take it, do your best. Okay, so we want you to take this opportunity, do your best, and the grants are available for you to take. So please do your best everybody watching, do your best to take this opportunity and also help the society. Thank you very much.
Okay, so one final question again for Dr. Stephen. What's the one key thing that you're looking for in this youth that will be getting the grants? What's the key quality that you're looking out for?
Well, I mean, if you study the story of how this company started 13 years ago, with just 1,000 naira as a bulk SMS company, and it has grown to a multi-billion naira corporation, it's consistency. In the last 13 years, we've been consistent, right? So we want young people who are consistent with a vision of starting a business. Not that today you say you are doing interior decor, tomorrow you are doing music, next tomorrow is soccer, right? So you have to be consistent in that industry, and you have to believe in it, and you have to also have a long-term vision, because for us, like we said, we have our vision 2035, we have our vision 2050, and we're developing also our vision 2000. So we need people we can all grow together, right? And they have long-term vision, so these are things we want to see with the youth. But more importantly, we want to see innovation. We want to see creativity, and so that's why we're using the channel. All our grants is always competition on Instagram, where you're able to show what you have. Usually, it's just that do a 1-minute video of what you have done before or what you can do, right? And then the people with the best engagement end up winning this things.
So thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, James Man of the Press. Okay, good.
Thank you.
GText home you want to buy, you want to buy. GText home you want to buy, you want to buy. Tested and trusted our property, our property. Very estate there for Abuja, Abuja. In fact, GText homes have property all over the world, especially in Nigeria. I'm sitting here all because of GText homes. I like Abbas Akonde, obviously the Paramount King of Music. Today, I become the ambassador of GText Homes Property. Oh yeah, this is an opportunity for you to be a landlord. I'm recommending GText Home for you as a very reliable company, responsible company that has image to protect. So don't just go far. GText Homes is just by our side.